Greetings Internet, DDA here, and continuing with our first look deck profile videos series that we have, the new launch of Set 4 Jump to Lightspeed. We are updating a deck that is near and dear to my heart. I came out with a Ventress Exploit Triple Dark Raid deck that I had been playing throughout the life of Set 3. In Set 4, I wanted to take some time to update this list. And I know the first question that you're all going to be asking is, DDA, why are we playing this shell over Jango Fett? I know, Jango Fett is the new hotness. Well, not new, but the hotness with the release of the tank. You all know what tank I'm talking about. With the release of the tank, Jango Fett has kind of taken over the meta and stands at the top of the Tier 1 decks in the meta. The question is, with this shell, why would you play Ventress? Well, there are a few reasons. And the first reason is that Ventress doesn't pigeonhole you into playing certain units. You know, you don't have to play the tank. And you can see the tank is not in here. Ventress gives you some flexibility with your unit choice. And the first unit I want to talk about with that flexibility is actually the Stolen AT Hauler. Because the Stolen AT Hauler may be the card in space that allows us to edge out the other space decks. It is an incredibly strong space unit and is sticky. And, you know, if you think about aggro decks and the way that we push in damage, aggro decks are best to push in damage when you have big booty units with decent power. 3 power is good, 5 HP is amazing in space. So this unit can help us, you know, stick around and push in, especially with that Ventress ability. Additionally, you may be thinking, well, what happens when they steal this unit from you? When they steal the unit from you, not only do we have a large amount of indirect damage and ping damage that we can do to kind of follow up and defeat that unit to get it back, but we also have Tarkin Town. So keep in mind, Tarkin Town is there for you. You could always save Tarkin Town if you know you're going to open up with the Stolen AT Hauler. Push in with the hauler. They may steal it. They may overextend themselves to steal it. And then after they steal it, you can then just steal it back with Tarkin Town. Very strong. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind, Daring Raid Tarkin Town can just steal back hauler. So that's the first reason, the higher unit quality. You see that also when we talk about the Von Reg's TIE Interceptor. Von Reg's in here. Very, very strong. Ventress ability gives Von Reg's Overwhelm instantly, getting that 4 power on demand, getting that Overwhelm. So you can it helps you control the space while simultaneously pushing damage. Also, Surprise Strike. Surprise Strike with Von Reg's is 7 damage. You get that 7 Overwhelm. You get that Raid and Overwhelm. Crazy strong. Keep that in mind. Also, Stay the Target on Von Reg's is also completely busted. Stay the Target is busted in general, but Stay on Target is busted on Von Reg's because it gives you Overwhelm, allows you to do damage to the base, and then get that card draw. So it gives you a way to play control with Stay on Target while also getting the card draw. Really, really good combos that we have going on here. Most of the rest of the package is one you would expect. You know, we have the bibs in there because we played 19 events, of course. Bib actually allows you to Triple Dark Raid turn 2 for a plethora of good targets, including Ruthless Raider. And then as well as we have the 1 Confiscate main for the equipment decks. There could be an argument to go to 2 Confiscate main, but just keep that in mind. We have the second one in the sideboard. No Good to Be Dead, I think, is one of the greatest cards in the current meta. Actually better than Confiscate, because No Good to Be Dead pretty much answers anything in the game, including all those stupidly strong pilot leaders. So keep that in mind. The other thing I want to mention of why Ventress might be better than Jango Fett. I mean, they're different because Jango's more of a mid-range. Ventress is surely aggro. Very, very aggressive. One of the reasons why Ventress might be better is the Commandeer card. The Commandeer card in this meta is an S tier card, but it's even better in Ventress because Ventress loves any event that gives you a unit. Sneak Attack falls into the same category. Sneak Attack is a card that is an event that gives you a ready unit to attack with. Both of these cards allow you to use Ventress' ability to get in extra damage. The Commandeer card, speak volumes about it. It's one of the greatest answers to Ruthless Raider. Take the Raider, do 5 to their base, bounce the Raider back into the hand. Yeah, they can play Raider again, but if they're just playing Raider and tapping 1 unit and doing 2 damage to the base, and meanwhile you're hitting base for like 9, you will win that game. You will win that race. So don't worry too much about the 2 tap down. Of course, we do have Hunting Aggressor and Dengar at 1. I like that this deck has a lot of indirect damage. I like the indirect damage combos. I think the Hunting Aggressor has a big body, and again, the big body is great for aggro decks because it's hard for the opponent to answer that. The only thing we want to do is do damage. So that damage, that big body helps you do damage. And then, of course, we are topping out our top end with the Radiant 7 and Devastator. Great with Triple Dark Raid. Great with Sneak Attack. This deck is really strong. It is incredibly aggressive. It has enough of a top end to push out. I also want to mention the TIE Bomber card. The TIE Bomber card is one of the best turn 1 plays. We are using the First Order Stormtrooper as well to supplement with the indirect damage. Indirect damage is such a great mechanic for aggro decks, especially one like Ventress where you can play a little bit of a control-y game, like with Tarkin Town and the First Strike that Ventress has. This deck is just incredibly powerful. I would love to hear some feedback in the comments section about how you think this deck is going, how you think it compares to Jango. I think if you're going into a heavy Jango meta, if you pack 3 Commandeers, the Ventress deck might just win that matchup, just because it's faster. But let me know in the comments section. And to close out this first look deck profile video, we have a ton of first look deck profile videos coming. We have a green Mando deck coming, and we have 2 Rey lists that are coming that I'm in love with. I'm in love with both these lists. So please, if you want more innovative deck profile videos and updated set 4 deck profile videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like this video, and as always, turn your dial to Random Number Gaming.